Chris Tyson's situation gets worse. After being exposed for his old tweets and videos, Chris is being accused of Islamophobia, grooming, and even transphobia. And after the Sunny V2 video, the Twitter outrage towards Chris now seems more hateful than respectful. So what caused this? My name is Cloudo, and I make videos like this all the time. After I posted my video on this situation, going over the Sunny V2 video on Chris, I was met with something I didn't expect. People didn't know what to think at all. The like to dislike ratio was 57%, and the comments were literally a war. This guy comments, "I'm proud of Chris," to be met with, "No, it's twisted and wrong," as well as, "Same, I'm glad they feel comfortable to be themselves." But this comment, this is when the story takes a turn I didn't expect. The user states, "Chris has sold his soul. This isn't him. He used to laugh at racism, mock transgenderism, and now the biggest YouTube channel in the world is sharing this anti-Christ." And this was followed by a reply.
Bruh. Like, I'm glad I was on Twitter when I was like 14 or some shit. Like all the dumb shit people was like, Twitter has like just all the dumb thoughts people were having back then when Twitter was just, I guess, still like, you know, in its younger stages, or like when it's popping off. People were just posting any dumb thought that came to their head, or like bunch of cringy shit that we just think of.
Have you seen his old tweets? So what are these old tweets?
Especially back then in 2014, 16, everybody was an edgelord.
What are these old tweets that are such a big deal online? Let's take a look. "Nothing gets my knob cranking like some loli" from 2016. If you don't know what loli is, it's basically an anime girl who looks young and has a body. This is a weird thing to say. Let's move on. Between what's
That is, bro, that's dope thing to say. When was this? What was the year?
like some loli from 20.
That was 2016. What is bro, like 26? You must have been like 19 around that time. Yeah, bro, that looks bad.
2016. If you don't know what loli is, it's basically an anime girl who looks young and has a body. This is a weird thing to say.
That is.
Let's move on. Between what's happened at the Ariana Grande concert and what's going on in the Philippines. Why the f do we even take Islam serious? It's an old ass backwards religion that hates anything different and treats women like shit. This is from 2017. He has also stated, "Your granny in 2018. So the hypocrisy is real. Another tweet of his that people say highlights the hypocrisy of the Chris we see online now is, "I let a lady go in front of me waiting for a drink machine and she got the last Mountain Dew. This is why feminism is shit." But it's not only tweets. This is not at all where Chris from only a few years ago drew the line. There is also videos exposing.
Yo, this was actually when MrBeast was popping off too. So damn, why he was saying wild shit during that time?
Chris's hypocrisy. In a video where MrBeast watches a YouTube video for 10 hours straight, Chris is heard calling the N-word out, then trying to play it cool when he realizes MrBeast is live streaming.
Yeah, I seen this video on Twitter. He said somebody said the N-word. He wasn't like, he didn't himself say it, right? He said somebody else says it. So I guess dropping it on live is crazy, but like he was saying somebody, I don't think he knew he was. So I don't think you can call him racist off that. Basically, he's saying somebody else said it, so I don't know.
You do know I'm watching this for 10 hours straight on a live stream. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said the N-word.
Well, you just said the N-word.
But I'm not relevant.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I guess you can say the N-word.
But Chris isn't shy to being racist online, as there is another clip of him saying the N-word.
Okay, Google, spell I-cup.
ICUP is spelled I-C-U.
God damn, that looks bad. That's 2017.
Let's now look at the video that the comment I previously showed earlier stemmed from. An old skip video from MrBeast and Chris.
Alright, time to see if they've updated the gender list. They have 63 genders up there, but they can't have my gender?
I think this is like, I think it was one of those situations, you know, like dudes who were like super homophobic when they were younger or something, and then come out gay as they're like when they're older or something, and you find out they turned out to be gay. It's like one of those people who have like self-hatred or something. That could be in those cases, and he might have like some internalized like shit or something like that. But I can just forgive him for this, because like people grow and change, you know what I'm saying? Like he might have been having one of those where people have like internal wars with themselves and they hate like what they are, so they start like saying some transphobic or super homophobic stuff.
Bro, what are you doing? Bro? Did you just assume my gender?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to misgender you.
You're such a heliphobe. Get out!
I ain't gonna lie, they're terrible actors. Terrible actors.
I sexually identify as an attack helicopter. Ever since I was a boy, I dreamed of soaring over the oil fields, dropping hot, sticky loads.
Bro, this joke was so overused back in the day. Like, it was not even original. Everybody would just use that same joke. Like, come on.
On disgusting foreigners. People say to me that the person being a helicopter is impossible. I'm having a plastic surgeon install rotary blades.
Attack helicopter joke got killed and so overused.
30mm cannons and AMG 114 Hellfire missiles on my body. From now on, I want you guys to call me Apache and respect my right to kill from above and kill needlessly. If you can't accept me, you're a heliphobe and need to check your vehicle privilege.
But to not be biased in this video, it's only right I show Chris's responses to the drama themed around him, and man, it gets interesting. After Sunny V2 posted his video on how the Chris transition can affect the MrBeast channel,
feelings and may rather simply click on fewer MrBeast videos. If this is the
Bro, if those videos were even like when MrBeast he had a good following at that point. If that didn't do anything to him, this is not gonna do anything to him either. So I don't know why people over exaggerate.
case, Jimmy has no option but to accept
He's literally too big to fail at this point.
this fate, as removing Chris from the videos in any kind of way could create an even more severe media firestorm. The only clean solution should things go south might be for Chris to resign himself, and even then rumors and bad press will be unavoidable. Whether it be arrogance or ignorance, Chris seems oblivious to how this whole thing might impact Jimmy.
the whole thing blew up. Chris was trending, Sunny had a hate mob against him, and the internet didn't exactly know how to respond to this situation. A tweet that Chris himself did respond to is this one by Cody. Chris just changed his alt account's profile picture to a sketch of himself. He can't use a real picture because he knows he looks too masculine. Followed by a screenshot of Chris the Alt God's new profile picture, which is the screenshot of the sketch done for the Sunny V2 video.
I mean, it is a good sketch.
In fairness, a lot of the replies to this thread are in Chris's defense, until Chris quote tweeted this in defense of himself. I just don't want any more photos of Tucker out there than there has to be. If you don't know, Tucker is the name of Chris's child, who he had with his ex-wife. He has now been accused of abandoning Tucker for his fantasy. Chris's response to abandoning Tucker was to tweet out,
Wait, he didn't even abandon him. Like, he's still with his kid. Like, what the f are people talking about?
fantasy. Chris's response to abandoning Tucker was to tweet out, I won't let people talk about how I abandoned my child. He is the only priority in my life. I have his love and support, and that is all I need. I'm doing this for him. If that confuses you, educate yourself. If that makes you mad, leave. Simple. This was followed up with a Snapchat post titled Tucker chose to slay this morning, including a photograph of his son wearing.
Yeah, bro, like, I don't understand why you posted that one. Like, you're under some serious heat. Why are you posting this photo? Like, this is, you have like a microscope on you right now. You're just flaming the fire right now. I would just suggest getting off of social media.
Hills. And man, the internet was not happy. Calling him a groomer, saying he shouldn't have kids, saying this is indoctrination, that Chris is only trans thanks to the internet, and if it wasn't for his online presence, him
Does he enjoy trolling people, or does Chris enjoy trolling people? Like, why is he like flaming the fire? Like,
him and his wife would still be together and he wouldn't have left his family. But in fairness to Chris, he has stated online, "I used to go to Jimmy's for internet access. It wasn't the internet or people or anything. It was me seeing the clothes in my sister's closet at 5 and knowing I enjoyed wearing those clothes. The next 21 years was for learning about gender dysphoria." If you like this video, please do consider
that is crazy, bro. Honestly, everybody says some dumb shit online when they were younger, so I'm willing to forgive the dude, and I feel like he's like, I'm sorry, I gotta get used to, like, I don't know what Chris pronouns are. I don't think Chris said what Chris pronouns are. I'm respectful of trans folks. I'm not trying to misgender them, anything like that. But bro, just get off online for now, because there's gonna be a lot of toxic shit online.